Vivian, hey, congratulations on this new film, The Parenting.
Hi, Gig. Thank you.
You know what? This film is so fun, and Asian to Asian. I thank you for being the first one not to die in this film. No, no spoilers.
That's a feat in itself. I made it.
I know it is terrific that this film doesn't play with the tropes. But let's hear it from you first. Is what initially drew you that you wanted to be part of this project?
Well, I love the story. I mean, first of all, it was I love like sort of the tone of it was amazing, like this sort of fun horror comedy, But I think for me, that like sort of fun social satire of like really mirroring what is real in our reality, which is there's no room for hate, and that kind of message and this kind of just the sense of like all these different people coming together to be a family and to make it work even though they are so different. I mean, multi-generational, multi-racial, like just very I thought it was such a lovely message done in such a fun way. So I enjoyed reading the script like that. But then my character of Sarah, like I immediately fell in love with her right away because she's like that friend that everyone needs, no boundaries. She's a fixer. She's not good or bad. I mean, she's a full human, like such a flawed character and so selfish, but at the same time so loving and she wants to belong. And so I related to this kind of like aggressiveness and this sort of space and fearlessness that she has about making space for herself in a place or a party or family that she's not invited. She's just gonna, come. She's just gonna show up and expect there's a room for her. I love that.
Vivian, what I love about this film is that it has such an ensemble, cast with the ensemble unusual characters. How did you develop and get along with everyone on this production set and not laugh at them?
Oh, I laughed at them. I laughed. There are many a takes that had to, be taken again because I broke. It's really hard. I mean, even when you're in it and you're so focused and you're, in the moment and you're telling the story, you have Dean Norris or, you just have a look from Parker Posey or even just a little phrase from Lisa or Edie. I mean, it's just, you're like, oh my God, that was so funny or that was so real. That was so human. I'm like, did that just really happen or is that in the script, so I broke many times. I mean, they're so good at what they do and they base it. I mean, they're amazing in their field, so they really brought their characters to life and you just knew exactly who they were. And so I wanted to do that too with Sarah and just make sure that she was a fully developed person and friend that we all have, not perfect, but someone that and recognize.
Well, one more thing I'm with you, Vivian, is because this being a horror comedy, it is also a fine balance, but comedy is hard to do. How do you pull it off in such a fine film like this?
I just find like the tragedy of being a human so hilarious. Just the daily humiliation of being human, losing control, being scared, trying to love or have a love language that's so toxic, being overbearing, but also being a fixer. Like all of that, the dualities and the hardships of being human on a day-to-day level. I just find that so funny. And I don't know why. Maybe that's just my coping mechanism. And I think that's why I love that we get to share this movie because I feel like right now more than ever like we need some comedy and some show of like this ensemble and collective people of various different people coming together. And yeah, I'm so excited about this comedy horror. It's terrifying but funny.
You said it all because you know what? We need a laugh, and you brought in the laughs. Vivian, thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.